In the deep part of Whispering Woods, there lived a young fox named Frankie. He had bright orange fur, a bushy tail, and the quickest excuses in the entire forest. Whenever something went wrong, Frankie always had someone else to blame.
I didn't catch any fish.
Frankie would say after a failed hunting trip. The river was too fast.
The fish were too smart. I couldn't find my way home.
He'd complain after getting lost.
The trees all looked the same. The moon wasn't bright enough.
The other animals were getting tired of Frankie's excuses.
Frankie,
Said his friend Rosie Rabbit one day.
maybe if you paid attention to the trail markers, like the rest of us, you wouldn't get lost.
Frankie's tail bristled.
It's not my fault the markers are so hard to see.
One golden afternoon, all the forest animals were preparing for the Great Harvest Festival. This was the most important event of the year, a time when every animal contributed food to share before the long winter. Old Badger, the wisest animal in the forest, had spent weeks organizing the great food storage, a carefully constructed den dug deep into the hillside, with special chambers for different foods.
Remember, young ones,
Old Badger instructed.
stay on the main paths. The storage chambers are delicate. We dug them carefully so they won't collapse.
Yes, Old Badger.
All the animals responded, except Frankie, who was already darting ahead, eager to see where the fish were stored.
Frankie, slow down.
Old Badger called out.
You'll disturb the tunnel supports.
I know what I'm doing.
Frankie yelled back. Inside the den, Frankie's nose led him deeper and deeper. The smell of smoked fish was irresistible.
Frankie, you're not supposed to be back here.
Squeaked Rosie.
This is the deep storage. Only Old Badger goes this far.
I just want to see the fish.
Frankie insisted. The fish were hanging from the ceiling in the deepest chamber. Frankie stood on his hind legs, stretching up to sniff them.
Frankie, don't.
Benny Bear's voice echoed.
You'll knock the...
But it was too late. Frankie jumped up, trying to reach the fish. His head bumped a wooden support beam. Rumble, crash, boom. The ceiling collapsed. Dirt and rocks tumbled down. The wooden supports snapped like twigs. Fish, berries, nuts, and mushrooms were buried under piles of earth. Chamber after chamber caved in, destroying weeks of careful storage. When the dust settled, Frankie scrambled out, coughing and covered in dirt. All the animals of the forest gathered, staring in horror. Old Badger limped forward, his eyes wide with shock. This was the food meant to feed the entire forest through winter. Frankie's heart pounded. But then his brain did what it always did. Started making excuses.
It wasn't my fault.
Frankie blurted out.
The tunnel was poorly built. Those supports were too weak.
Frankie,
Old Badger began.
And the ceiling was already unstable. Anyone could have bumped it. Rosie distracted me.
Frankie pointed at the rabbit.
She was talking when I needed to concentrate.
I was trying to warn you.
Rosie's voice cracked.
And Old Badger should have made the den stronger. This is really his fault when you think about it.
The forest went completely silent. Rosie stepped forward, shaking.
Frankie, stop. You ran when you were told to walk. You went where you were told not to go. You knocked the supports, and now you're blaming everyone else.
We're all tired of this. Frankie,
Benny Bear said seriously.
we might not have enough food for winter because of this.
I don't think I can trust you anymore.
Said Tomato quietly.
You never admit when you're wrong.
One by one, the animals turned away and began digging through the rubble. Frankie stood alone among the ruins. For the first time in his life, there was no one around to blame. Frankie looked at the collapsed den. Old Badger had dug it over many seasons. He looked at the buried food that animals had worked weeks to gather. He looked at the forest families, now worried about surviving winter. And suddenly, something cracked inside Frankie's chest. The wall of excuses he'd built came crumbling down, just like the storage den. He had done this. Not the weak supports, not Rosie, not Old Badger, him. Tears started rolling down Frankie's furry cheeks.
I'm sorry.
Frankie whispered, then louder.
I'm so sorry.
Old Badger shuffled over slowly.
What was that, young fox?
It was my fault.
Frankie said, his voice breaking.
I ran when you told me not to. I went into the deep chambers. I knocked the support beam. I destroyed the food storage. And instead of admitting it, I blamed everyone else because I was scared.
He looked up with tear-filled eyes.
I'm really, truly sorry. I know I can't fix this before winter, but I'll try. I'll hunt every day. I'll gather what I can find. I'll share everything I catch.
Old Badger placed a gentle paw on Frankie's head.
Frankie, you just took responsibility. You admitted the truth. That's the first step to making things right.
Rosie hopped forward.
We can help rebuild the storage den together. And if we all work hard at gathering food, we might still have enough.
Really?
Frankie couldn't believe it.
After what I did?
You apologized.
Benny said.
A real apology. That means something.
But you have to actually help.
Tommy added firmly.
No more excuses.
For the next several weeks, Frankie worked harder than he'd ever worked. He woke before sunrise to hunt fish. He dug alongside Old Badger to rebuild the storage chambers. He gathered nuts, berries, and roots until his paws were sore. And whenever he made a mistake, and he made several, he practiced saying,
That was my fault. Let me fix it.
The day finally came when the new storage den was complete and filled with food. It wasn't quite as much as before, but it would be enough to get the forest through winter. At the celebration feast, Old Badger asked Frankie to speak. I learned something important, Frankie began.
When I spent all my energy making excuses, I never had energy left to fix my mistakes. But when I finally said this was my fault, I could actually do something about it.
He looked at the forest families.
I'm sorry it took destroying our food storage to figure that out. But I promise no more blaming everyone else. From now on, I'll own my mistakes and work to make them right.
The animals chittered, chirped, and growled their approval. From that day forward, Frankie still made mistakes. Everyone does. But now, when his hunt failed, he said,
I need to practice my stalking skills.
When he got lost, he said,
I should have paid better attention to the trail markers.
The other animals trusted him again. They asked him to join hunts. They shared their food with him. And most importantly, Frankie trusted himself more, because he learned that the strongest animals aren't the ones who never make mistakes, the ones brave enough to admit them and work to fix them. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.